Good morning. So we just got a phone call from the post office and our baby chicks are in. So we're getting ready to go get them and follow along with us. It says do not enter. So as you can see, we have our water here, and what we did was, it's a very deep drinker. So we went ahead and we put some little rocks in it so that they can still drink out of it, but if one gets in, they're not going to drown. And then we got our heat lamp, which everyone is a little cold, so they've all been kind of fighting over this. And then we have their feed. So this is the brooder that we built a few weeks ago, and it looks like they're all pretty comfy in here. So we're gonna let them get settled and we'll check back in on them. We got these chicks, I wanted to mention, we got these chicks from Hoover Hatchery, and so far everyone is alive. We didn't have any dead in the shipping, so that is a good sign. Another thing that I wanted to mention is when you first get your chicks, it's best to go ahead and dip their heads in the water, dip their beaks in the water, not their head. That lets them know where their water is and gets them off to a good start. We put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in their water. That helps with pasty butt. It helps just get their systems jump started. So just a little bit of apple cider vinegar in their water is best to do when you first get your chicks. All right, so it is day 3 having our chicks, and everyone is looking well. We haven't had any loss yet, which is really incredible. So everyone is healthy, doing well, and they're growing so fast. Like, I don't know if you'll be able to tell just from the video, but you can tell by their wings how tall they're getting. Everyone is really growing out really fast, and they're all a little scared of me. So as you saw, we went ahead and cut the grass. It says with this netting that we need to make sure that the grass is cut low so that it's not grounding out on itself, and also to make sure that there's no debris in the way that might mess up the connection for the fencing. So the fencing we got is Starlink. It's the poultry netting, and we got the 42 by 164. And this is cheaper than Premier One, so we thought we'd maybe give it a try. The reviews look good, so we'll see how it works out. So what we're doing now is we're setting it out. Well, I say we. Jason's setting it out and then around the perimeter where we think we want the chickens to be. So he's going to go ahead and lay it out, and we'll see what it looks like, and then we'll put the posts in the ground. All right, so problem.
Yeah.
it's in a big circle, and we're not moving the tractor in a circle.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be moving the tractor long ways, like forward.
Oh, yeah. So, regroup.
We should have paid attention during the team meeting this morning.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the chicken tractor in here, and we got plenty of room now, so it's going to be able to pull forward. So we have our hose there. We'll just pull it forward every day. All right, so here's day 2. Yesterday we worked on getting the fencing up and moving the chicken tractor out here to the yard. Today we're getting the water installed, as you can see right there. And we're gonna get ready to move the chicks out here onto pasture.
Let's get it.
So what our game plan is with the water, the drinker for the chickens, is we want to make it where when we move the chicken tractor every day or every 12 hours, their water and their food moves with them. We're trying to make it as easy as possible. So let me show you what we got so far. All right, so we have their feeders, and what Jason did here was he just tied them up here with some rope. And we just cut a PVC pipe in half and put blocks on the end to keep everything from falling out, and gave us something to tie the rope to. As far as the drinker, we got this at Tractor Supply. It's basically one of the Tractor Supply buckets, a 5-gallon bucket. The bottom piece we found at Tractor Supply. It basically attaches to your bucket. It's really loud out here. I'm sorry about the wind. So it attaches to the bucket, and it has a spigot on the back where we can attach the hose so that we can get water in here without having to carry a bunch of buckets of water into the chicken tractor. So here's the back side of the bucket, and as you see, we just attached an old hose to it, and then we're gonna run the hose up here, and then we're gonna have another bucket hanging here. So we'll fill this bucket that's hanging, and the hose will run down into their drinker. And as you can tell, these chicks have grown so incredibly fast. So I think we're at like 3 weeks now. So we're gonna get ready to move them out onto pasture because they definitely need more room. They're growing really big, and they got good feathers on them. Okay, so we tried hooking that water drinker up, and the sun is not very good right now for filming, but we had a bucket up here, we had a bucket down there. In theory, it would go down the hose and basically automatically water them, and it would not work. We could not get it to work. It kept overflowing, and then it was a muddy mess. And I mean, we've tried and we've tried and tried. So we went back to basics and just stuck with what we know works. So what we ended up going with was this 5-gallon galvanized drinker, and it's working great. It's not leaking. Everyone's able to get water now, and it's not making a muddy mess, which was the biggest thing. So the birds are in there, they're happy, they're already eating grass and roaming around. So we think that this is gonna work out pretty good. And now we have also, as you can see, we got the fence. We got a big area fenced in here. So we'll be able to every day come out, move the tractor forward, and that'll give them new grass so they're not standing in their manure. And it'll also really help this orchard area. So thanks so much for following along, guys. We hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll keep you posted on the meat birds.